Bad credit, no credit. Auto financing is available through the Lone Ranger.
The Lone Ranger.
Oh, right. This is the story about the single dude with no one there to help him riding across the plains helping people, right? Whoa there, boss. That's a little close to the ear. Great, now my horse has 3 flat tires.
A cloud of dust and a hearty hi-yo silver. The Lone Ranger.
Finally, my 401k. Thank you, young man. Give me all your money. And her phone number. But mostly the money. Yeah, I'm checking out her butt. It's the Wild Wild West. What do you want? Alright, let's see. One-Eyed Bandit, Cactusville Bank, Daring Bandit makes away, huge sum, Posse searches countryside. Yep, you've got all the Western tropes there covered. One-Eyed Bandit strikes again? You make him sound like a serial flasher. Oh great, and he's stolen a woman's purse. You are a jerk. Yeah, that's all well and good, but what's the discovery in archaeology? Great, buried, archaeologist. Come on, I want to read about that.
She used the same routine every time.
You'd think you'd catch him by now.
Seems to come out of nowhere.
Well, that could be anywhere.
Pulls a robbery, steals a horse for a getaway, then disappears into nowhere again.
Him not leave any clues?
Only one, Tano.
Shameless butt
Every
staring.
bank he's held up so far belongs to Josh Blaine. Someone who works for Blaine is helping
Plot point.
That's why we camp here near Meadowtown Bank.
Well, that and the view at
He's
sunset.
following the circuit. And Meadowtown is next in line.
Ooh, one gunshot short of a share song. How many desperados does it take to catch one man on horseback? I know. Exit. Stage left. Him left stage exit, Kimosabe. Methinks your manhunting knowledge needs some tutoring.
Tripped him again.
Well, someone shot him down. And there, he hit the ground.
Sounds like he ran into someone else down the road. Come on.
Ah, the Wild West, when you can shoot first and ask questions later. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think we've come back full circle, haven't we? Yeah, no, we can still shoot first and ask questions later. Yeah, we can still do that. That's right. Now, note this hard cut. This is during a time of broadcast TV with an antenna. Continuity folks didn't have to care about the wild jump from rocky countryside to lifeless soundstage with fake trees.
Get my gun.
Don't be alarmed. We're not bandits.
No? Well, then what are you wearing that mask for?
Good question.
Trust me. I'll explain later.
Still waiting.
Someone ride by here.
Sure did. A fellow rode by here just a minute ago, shot me in the arm just because I leaned out and took a squint at him.
Did you see what he looked like?
Oh, I'll never forget him. He had dark bushy beard, dark hair, and a patch over one eye.
I see.
Zing!
I know that's our man. I'm going after him. You stay here and help the professor fix up that arm.
No, there's no need for that. If you're on the side of the law, you go get that bandit. Jessie here, she'll patch me up all right.
All right, Professor. Maybe we'll see you later.
Oh, sure, I hope so. Oh, say, my magic show opens in Coopersville tomorrow. Be sure and get it, will you?
We'll try.
Ah, good. That's fine.
Kimosabe, he not bleed much for being shot.
Stupid.
Hey, that's my line. I taste great!
I just love raspberry juice. Well, come on, let's get in and wash this off.
Do you think me, looking suspicious the whole time, tipped them off? Kimosabe, you didn't buy that whole being shot thing, did you? What is the market on giant novelty scissors in the 50s?
Oh, that's good enough, Jessie. That's good enough. Thanks. Where did you put the gold?
In the trunk.
Right under their very noses, huh?
Trunk humor.
Say, you know, Jessie, there's one thing about being a magician. I can make that one-eyed bandit appear or disappear just like magic.
Speaking of... oh, not now. I have a headache. Ow!
You wanted to see me, Uncle Josh?
Yes, Bob. What time's the stage doing with that gold shipment?
11 o'clock, sir.
I want you to post some extra guards at the coach station. After what happened at Meadowtown yesterday, we can't afford to take any more chances.
Yes, sir.
And Bob, please tidy yourself up. Button your vest and your shirt. If you hope to run this bank someday, you have to look like a banker.
This guy's tidier than
Yes,
most
sir.
senators.
And tell your cousin Fred I want to see him right away.
Yeah, your cousin Fred. The good one. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Boy, my spice rack's gotten huge.
Bob said you wanted to see me, Uncle Josh.
Yes.
Your tidiness
Did
excites
you check
me.
again at the sheriff's office for reports on that one-eyed bandit?
Yes, sir. He seems to have made a clean getaway after that Meadowtown job.
I'll say he has. A clean getaway with about $10,000 of our money.
Yeah, that's a lot back
How
then.
one man can outwit every peace officer in the state is beyond me.
Have you seen the
Bound
show?
to be caught sooner or later, Uncle Josh.
Well, let's make it sooner. Tell the sheriff I'm doubling the reward money.
Yes, sir.
$10? Oh boy! Dum-dee-dum, I'm a masked man wandering through a town. Dee-dee-dee, I'm not suspicious. La-la-la-la-la, I can enter any building I want.
Say, what do you want? Who are you?
I'm a friend. I want to talk to you.
Friends don't wear masks.
At least not without a safe word.
Hey, I remember you.
Yes, Mr. Blaine. The old Wade gang.
Will I ever forget them? They robbed me threadbare a few years ago. If it hadn't been for you and that Indian friend of yours,
Native
you'd have been in
American.
this territory.
I'm after the outlaw who's been robbing your banks.
Good. I'll give you all the help I can. That hombre's been too smart for everybody. What plan have you got in mind?
Something convoluted?
Nothing yet, Mr. Blaine. Just a hunch.
Ba-doom-tsh.
This one-eyed bandit seems to be robbing your banks one by one.
And you figure he's due here next.
Yes, I do.
I do.
It seems that he knows in advance every time you receive a new gold shipment. It's my hunch that someone in your employ is tipping him off.
Well, that's impossible, friend. Nobody knows about those shipments in advance except me and my two nephews, Bob Lacey and Fred Bowen. And I'll stake my life those boys are above suspicion.
They're too
What
dumb.
makes you so sure?
Why, neither one of them has ever done a dishonest thing in his life, except maybe to each other. And that's just good-natured rivalry. You see, I promised the one that made the best banker would get the best job when I passed on.
That's not weird.
Fact remained, Mr. Blaine, that someone is giving out that information. And if only 3 people know about it, it must be one of those 3.
Maybe it's me.
I hate to think it of either of those boys.
I'd like a good look at them, Mr. Blaine.
Nude.
Do you mind calling them in?
Sure.
Let's walk together.
Oh, wait a minute.
My mustache has a question.
Suppose one of them is crooked as you think. Won't it be dangerous to let him know that you're on his trail?
Yep.
Yes, very dangerous. But it will also force him to warn his outlaw friend that I'm here.
Oh, I see what you mean. You think one of them might get scared and give himself away.
Yes, that's just what I'm hoping.
My mustache finds your answer adequate.
Bob! Fred, come here a minute.
Whomever wets their pants first,
Close the door.
odds are he was born in a barn.
What are you staring at?
The dude in the mask.
This masked man is a friend of mine.
What's today's safe
Fred, my
word?
Bob.
Glad to know you, Fred. Bob?
He helped me out of a jam once, and he's here to try and do it again. He thinks
Where is
one of
that
the three
odd
of us
smell
is
of
working
urine
in
coming
cahoots with the
from?
one-eyed bandit.
One of us. But how could we?
Uncle Josh and Bob and me don't work with crooks.
Bob
Glad
and
to know,
I.
Have either of you any idea how he gets his advanced information?
Well, sure, I know. Oh,
Just done some
damn
lucky
it.
guessing, that's all.
I don't think so. Why should he rob banks only owned by your uncle?
That's something that's been puzzling me, too. Reckon the only way to find out is to capture him.
You mocking me, boy?
Got any ideas how to do it, mister?
Not yet. But if my hunch is right, he'll be headed here next, and I'll be waiting for him. Unless someone warns him not to come.
I hope your hunch is right. We just have to wait. All right, boys, get back to work.
By the way, other than looking suspicious, what do you guys actually do here?
One of those boys a crook?
Or both?
I won't believe it.
Well, that's all for now, Mr. Blaine. Tonto and I will be camping near the old Bradley barn. I'll see you again.
All right, thanks.
Tonto, is that their engine? Oh, right, my bad. I ride in old paint, I lead an old dam. I'm going to Montana. What the hell is a hula hand?
All right.
Your arm heal heap big fast.
Well, hello there, Injun.
The next couple
What are you
moments of
doing around
silence
here?
you hear
Wait for
are
Masked
my
Man.
eyes
In that
rolling.
bank.
Oh, he is, huh? Say, how did you and the masked man get along yesterday? Did you catch up with that one-eyed bandit?
Him plenty smart, make quick getaway. We find horse him steal, but not him.
Yeah, oh, he's an awful slick fella. I'm just setting up for my show this afternoon. Did you ever see a magic show before?
Me see Indian magic, not white man.
Oh, brother, you ain't seen nothing. Come on in and I'll show you a few tricks. Come on in there, Injun. Come on in.
Every time he says engine, a little piece of me dies on the inside.
Come on up here, son. Come on up here. Don't be bashful. Say, how long are you and the masked man planning to be around town?
Oh, about 13 more minutes.
Me not know.
No. What'd you get down to the bank for?
Him deposit in my
I
401k.
have business there.
Oh, yeah, I catch on, Injun. You kind of figured that maybe that one-eyed bandit is going to strike here next, huh? Oh, I sure hope that you catch him.
Very good, Professor.
You sling cards good for a guy with a hole in his
Of
arm.
course, outside.
Yeah, well, I just been trying to show your Indian friend here a couple of tricks.
Ahem,
My business to make things
engine.
disappear, you know. How would you like to have me make those 2 guns of yours disappear?
Wouldn't be an episode if he wasn't
Right.
disarmed once.
How about one of them bullets?
Bullets? What the hell are you talking about?
All
Oh!
right. Well, I guess that's a pretty fancy bullet, ain't it? Silver, isn't it?
Oh, you've heard of me.
Now you see it?
He's gonna stick it in the hole in his arm.
Now you don't.
That plenty clever trick. Where'd a bullet go?
Well, sir, it's right up here under your chin, Indian. There it is right there, see?
See, I always took Tonto as the smart one.
How him do that?
That's part of a magician's stock and trade, Tom.
Gullible people.
I imagine the professor can make much bigger things disappear than a bullet if he wants to.
You're sure right about that. Just watch this. Now, stand right there. Don't move. Now you see me? Now you don't.
Hey, look! He can make the Lone Ranger move several inches to the left. Burn the witch! Burn the witch!
Where him go?
Well, I didn't go anyplace, Injun. I'm right over here.
There for a couple lines, I forgot to call you Injun. But
Well,
I'm back
that you've
now.
seen the sample of my show, tell the folks to come to see it this afternoon, will you?
We certainly will, Professor. In fact, we may be back ourselves. We'd better go, Tonto.
Kimosabe, you know what missing from him act? No, Tonto, what would that be? Peyote.
I don't trust that masked one. There's something about him.
That what? Finish your
Yeah,
thought.
I was just thinking the same thing, Jesse.
He suspects something. I'm sure of it. We'd better change our plans for the holdup.
No. That masked fella in the engine can't interfere with any of our plans.
How are you going to stop him?
Well, you'll find out just as soon as our friend from the bank gets here this afternoon. Well, come on, let's get ready for the show.
My one-eyed bandit ain't gonna polish itself. Just think, Kimosabe, we get everyone high, they think everything magic.
That professor, plenty clever fellow.
Plenty clever, Tonto. So clever he can use his wounded arm as if it'd never been shot at all.
That's right, Kimosabe. Me forget about bullet in arm.
Oh, Tonto.
Him trick us yesterday. You think him man we look for?
Yes, I do, Tonto. Magicians have many disguises.
Then why we not capture him before him rob again?
Because it's our only way to find out who his accomplice is. We'll wait till he makes the next move.
Plus, we have another 11 minutes to pad out.
Look,
Uncle, I've told you 20 times, I can't read.
I don't know what to do about you, Bob. These figures are all wrong.
I can't count
You
either.
don't seem to have the knack for this business that your cousin Fred has.
I try as hard as I can, Uncle Josh.
Well, you have to try harder. You come back this afternoon to correct these figures.
My mustache is furious.
Saturday. I promised Mary White I'd take her to that new magic show in town this afternoon.
The bank comes first.
That's not what Mary White says. Ba-boom!
Uncle Josh, you must have a bank book for a heart.
Oh, hi, Fred. Oh, hi, Bob. Going in to further the plot? Yep.
Come in.
There aren't any masked men in here this time, are there?
Well, what is it, boy? What is it?
Uncle Josh, I don't know exactly how to tell you this.
Come on, out with it, whatever it is.
Well, it's
Wait, I gotta come over there to tell you. Hang on.
Bob.
What about him?
I saw him sneak off alone this morning, right after the gold shipment came in. I got suspicious and I followed him.
Well, there's nothing wrong with a man going out alone.
There is, if he meets the one-eyed bandit.
Well, who doesn't do that out in the woods?
What do you mean?
I followed him to that barn where the magic show's gonna be. I peeked through one of the windows.
Go on.
Uncle Josh, Professor Hannibal Lee, he's the man we're after. I saw him trying on a black beard and wig. Worse than that, I saw Bob hand him a key. I think it was one to that door.
I know it's to that very door because I gave him the key. I mean, Bob gave him the key.
I think the holdup's planned for this afternoon, right before the show. If we stay here, we might be able to catch him red-handed.
You bet your life we catch him red-handed. Listen, you go out and get the masked man and the Indian. And get him back here quick. We haven't got much time.
Yes, sir, right away.
Okay, so here's what I've got. I've got that Fred here is blaming Bob, which makes sense, mind you. It does. It makes sense. But he's also implicating the magic show dude, who is actually the robber, and intends a double cross? I'm guessing. Is that what's happening here? There's going to be a double cross?
Lee's magic show is in town. What do we do now? We'll lock the door. He'll be suspicious if it's open on Saturday afternoon.
And then,
Honestly, I'm suspicious if a bank isn't closed for lunch.
it's nearly 2 o'clock. If he's coming here before a show starts, it'll have to be soon.
It will be. Mr. Blaine, you and Fred hide in the corner.
Oh, time out. Nobody puts Blaine in the corner.
Keep yourselves well covered. Tonto, you stay with me.
Note how well covered they are. Dum-dee-dum, I'm a one-eyed bandit wandering through the town in daylight. Dee-dee-dee, I'm not suspicious at all. La-la-la-la-la, I can enter any building I want.
Reach!
Hey, what is it?
The hell, I'm being caught?
Professor. You're wrong, mister. It's the end of the trail for you.
Told you it wasn't an episode until he gave up his guns.
My Fred. What's got into you?
Don't try anything, Uncle. I'll let you have it, too.
Good work, Freddie, my boy. We couldn't have planned it better.
I don't understand.
It wasn't Bob who saw the professor this morning. It was Fred.
But why, Fred? Why?
You'll find that out, Uncle. Into the vault. Come on, all of you.
Can we find out before we get put in the vault? Or is it possible maybe during the vault trip we could find out what's going on? Or...
Keep him covered, Professor.
The combination is 1 to the left, 2 to the right, 3 to the left, 4 to the right, and then 5. Just 5.
Don't leave anything behind, Freddie, my boy. Let's make this our biggest day.
Don't worry, Professor. There'll be plenty for both of us.
You can't get away with it, Fred.
Can I?
I don't know, can't you?
I will as soon as I leave here.
What makes you think you're going to leave here?
Why, you wouldn't leave us locked up in here. We'd suffocate.
Today,
General
Uncle
idea.
learns about
But Fred,
villains.
the bank. I was going to leave the biggest share to you.
I know, Uncle. I took a peek at your will. And if you die now, you won't have a chance to change it, will you?
Ouch. Uncle
Professor,
learns
I've
about
got all-
asshole
Come on, stand
villains.
back, let him by. The one-eyed bandit strikes again. Well, pleasant dreams, gentlemen.
Bested by a young twerp and an old man. Way to go, Lone Ranger.
What do? We'll die in here.
You're right, Mr. Blaine. This vault is solid as a tomb.
Let's keep heavy mouth
Right word,
breathing,
Fred.
just in case.
This vault is our tomb.
I'm just gonna let this guy go.
All right, now, friends and neighbors, if you'll just gather up here a little closer to us, we're just about to start, to commence, to begin the greatest show on earth. Step inside and see these prodigious pranks of prestidigitation. Step inside and see me saw a woman in half. Step inside and hear the talking parrot. And all my friends and neighbors, for the modest sum of 25 cents, 1/4 of a dollar.
I thought you'd never get here. Is everything all right?
Couldn't be better, Jesse, my dear. The money's in the trunk.
Shorten the act and get out of here.
What, and make them suspicious? We're going to take plenty of time. Give them their money's worth.
Oh,
Now,
I'm
let's
gonna
get the
saw
single
your ass in
fabulous,
half.
Fascinating, fabulous phase of this phenomenal foolery.
Hello.
Step right over here and get your ticket, sir. The show starts in just a few minutes. You're just in time. Okay, thank you, my friend, and step right inside. Modern mystery, my friends, in a modern mood. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the show, thank you very much, brother. You're just in time, son. Step inside. See the greatest show on earth.
I'd like to, friend, but a certain old killjoy won't let me.
That's your hard luck, son. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Meanwhile, back in the tomb.
Get me out of here! Get me out of here!
Take it easy, Mr. Blaine. Save your energy. You'll last longer.
Dum-de-dum, I'm supposed to be here to work. Dee-da-dee, I'm not suspicious at all. La-la-la, I can enter any building I want. Damn it, I can put my hat on this stupid table. I can pick up this piece of paper and Oh, no, I can't read.
Just remembered.
I have spare air in my mustache.
Told him to come back. Maybe in my office.
Bob Lacey.
Lamp's still burning bright, but they're running out of air.
Ever hear you in there?
Anyone else hear loud, muffled, heavy breathing? Ooh, I hate maths.
There may be one way.
What's that?
I know it sounds crazy, but I'm going to light your mustache on fire. Yeah, the Lone Ranger's the one holding the hurricane lamp, but for some reason, Tonto's the one that's set on fire. Okay, I mean, come on. They're low on air. This vault is obviously airtight. This is just not going to... Whoa! Hey! This actually worked! Yeah, let's suck the rest of the oxygen out of the room on a plan based on whether the, quote, stupid nephew actually showed up for work after being chewed out by his uncle. Acting! That's the look you give when you're not sure if it was you or the dog. Oh wow, that's not just limbo, that's actually another room. The rug! The rug! The rug is on fire! Hey, he didn't need any water. Acting! If the Lone Ranger hadn't knocked on the door like that, you'd kind of wonder if he would have investigated or if he wouldn't have.
Uncle Josh.
What's with that creepy Lone Ranger smile?
You put on a great show, Professor.
We put on 2 great shows today, Freddie, my boy. I bet those 3 hombres are plenty dead by now.
That is the noisiest piece of cloth I have ever heard.
Where are you headed for next?
Cloverdale. I'll wait there until I hear from you about the next job, huh?
Which I think at this point will be him basically stealing from himself. I don't know, she seems kind of okay with this.
Take Mrs. Lee to the sheriff. We'll have the other 2 in a minute.
Okay, Professor. You sit tight. As soon as the next gold shipment's due, you'll hear from me.
Good.
Hell?
A masked man. Don't move. Fred,
Off the platform.
So I'm pretty sure his guns are
All right,
magic.
Professor, the show is over. Come down with your hands high.
You forget, my friend, that I'm first and foremost a magician. I can make myself disappear at will.
Ninjas can make themselves disappear at will. Magicians make people think they disappear at will. So this man is obviously a ninja. Well there, boss. I think he went that way. Let's go! Car chases of the Old West. You know what's really funny is coming up you're going to see the guy on the black horse actually slow down so that Silver can catch up. So that kind of means Silver is not as great as you think he is. By God, King, an RKO out of nowhere! That man's got a family! Have you ever been hit so hard you fell down twice?
There's no magic to this, Professor. You're through. Get going.
And I'd have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for...
Let me show you a trick. You watch close, Kimosabe, and me been practicing.
Aha, I have now placed
Now
pee-pee
you
in
see,
your coke.
Now you don't.
Very good, Tano. Where's the bullet now?
Trick work right behind somebody's ear.
Damn it, Tonto, who did you shoot?
Like this, Tano? You'd make a good magician.
Well, friend, now that we've turned our prisoners over to the sheriff, are you sure there's no way I can pay you for your help?
No thanks, Mr. Blaine.
Justice
Just
is
make
its
sure
own
that Bob here
reward.
makes a good banker.
Don't worry, mister. I'll sure try hard.
Well, Tano, we've had enough magic for today. Goodbye, friends.
Goodbye, and Frank.
Don't forget, my friends, the magic is in you.
The world would be a better place if there were more men like those two.
You're right, Bob. But there's only one Tonto and one Lone Ranger.
Don't forget our safety phrase. You know what we don't have anymore? Television film presentations. It's either a lifetime presentation or it's not. Remember radio programs? The Shadow Knows. You know what? Clayton Moore and Jay Silverheels will always be my Lone Ranger and Tonto.